Hi, my name is Dan Muchnock. I am the Chief Operating Officer of Opticom Consulting and a Certified Security Plus consultant. I'm here to talk to you about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity can be a complicated and technical topic, and because of that, most people find it mysterious and maybe a little intimidating. Especially when every time you turn around, you see another scary article about how bad cybercrime can be. We're putting together this video series for non-technical people who want to learn how to stay safe from cyber criminals. We'll start by explaining some of the ways that criminals can get your data or lock up your file. Then we'll talk about some strategies and everyday habits you can adopt to make yourself and your business safer from these attacks. This installation in our video series on cybersecurity is creating a culture of cybersecurity. This task is the linchpin of any plan to protect your business. Here's why. Despite everything you've put in place to protect your business, all it takes for a criminal to gain access is for one of your staff to click on a link in a phishing email, or maybe share their password over the phone with somebody impersonating your IT department. The point is that your staff can be the weakest link in your cyber defense if you don't prepare them correctly. A significant number of cyber breaches are caused by human error. In 2020, Verizon found that 22% of breaches were caused by human error. In 2021, a report made by IBM found that human error was a factor in almost 24% of data breaches. While the exact percentage may vary, it's clear that human error is often a significant contributing factor in successful cyber attacks. You need to engage your staff in your cybersecurity defense. You also need to provide regular cybersecurity training to reduce the risk of errors. Develop policies and procedures. Before you train your employees on how to react to different security situations, you must document what you want them to do. Having documented policies and procedures helps you to communicate your message and to hold employees accountable. Fortunately, policies aren't something you have to invent from scratch. There are great templates available for purchase, or you can simply hire a consultant to help you write them. There are also document generators that will build policies and procedures for your business automatically. You may now be wondering, what policies should I have? Basically, you need to cover the topics we've listed in the previous videos, as well as some concepts like how to handle visitors. Unfortunately, a video isn't a good place to list the topics. This is an area where some expert advice will help. Policies and procedures will also be covered in a risk assessment, which we will talk about in a few minutes. Train employees on cybersecurity best practices. The first order of business is to train people to recognize potential threats. For some threats, like phishing emails or social engineering, it's training people to be suspicious of unsolicited calls or emails. For other threats, like physical security, you need to have clear policies on visitors and clean desk policies. In most cases regarding your employees, the first step is to get your business policies established and communicated, so that employees have clear directions on how to handle common issues. Your training program should include a few different items. Social engineering. Employees should be aware of the various methods attackers use to trick them into revealing sensitive information. Password management. We've talked about passwords before, but employees should be trained on creating strong passwords and avoiding common password mistakes. Data handling. Train employees on the proper handling of sensitive data, including encryption, secure transfer, and storage. Acceptable use. Explain the company's policies on acceptable use of company resources and the consequences of non-compliance. Mobile device security. Mobile devices such as smartphones and tablets are increasingly used for work-related activities, which makes mobile device security a critical aspect of your overall security strategy. Physical security. Employees should be trained on the best practices for physical security, such as locking their computer screens when they step away from their desk and not leaving sensitive information out in the open. Incident response. If the worst happens and a breach has occurred, employees should know who to call and how to report the incident. Implement email security. One way to reduce spam and phishing emails is to add automated security for your email system. This software sits in front of the email system and watches all incoming emails for signs of malware. It also looks at outgoing messages looking for sensitive information going out. It's a tool that helps users protect the company while acting as a backstop in case they make a mistake. Limit employee access to sensitive information. One essential security practice is to limit employee access to sensitive information, like financial data, trade secrets, or customer information. This helps to protect your data from unauthorized access. Employees who have access to sensitive information can unintentionally, or sometimes intentionally, cause a data breach. If you limit data access to only those employees who need it for their job, you can reduce the risk of insider threats and reduce the scope of potential breaches. Controlling access to sensitive information can help ensure its confidentiality. It can also help you comply with regulatory requirements. Many jurisdictions have regulations that require organizations to protect sensitive data. Finally, these limits can minimize the impact of a data breach. If an employee's account is compromised by criminals, the breach will be contained to only the information that the employee can access. This is another area where you might want to get some help from a cybersecurity professional, because it might involve some major changes to your internal data systems and applications. You will also need a good inventory of your data, one which looks for copies and shadow systems. If you got some good information from this video and you're wondering where to start, there is unfortunately no simple one-size-fits-all answer. Every organization and every situation is unique. You need to assess your organization's current security situation before you can decide what next steps you should take to protect yourself from cyber criminals. Opticom has been helping businesses and nonprofits make technology decisions since 2003. We help organizations like yours, small and mid-sized service businesses and nonprofits with multiple offices and a hybrid workforce. We have developed a short 20-minute questionnaire that we call the Cybersecurity Quick Solution Assessment. In this assessment, we find out a little bit more about your organization, where you operate, and what steps you have already taken to protect yourself. With that data, we can make suggestions about what you can do next and where you can get help. If you want to find out more, check out our page at opticomtel.com/cybersecurity-assessment. You can find additional cybersecurity resources on our website at opticomtel.com. See the link in the comments. We have articles and videos on specific cybersecurity topics and links to other useful websites. You can also reach out to us directly using the Contact Us page. Finally, we are working on a companion book to this video series titled Cybersecurity for the Rest of Us. You can find out more on our page at opticomtel.com/cyberbook. This page will tell you where you can get a copy if it's on sale, or you can sign up to get notified when it becomes available.